but you don't have a discipline, it will never work out for you. No matter what, no matter how passionate you are, no matter how many.
This is Sunil, founder of Know My City, and we wanted to start this podcast to highlight or bring out the talents from local professionals and entrepreneurs who are struggling to, or who's already made a success and want to share the stories. And as such, we have our very first guest from our podcast, Mr. Vivek, founder and CEO of Revisewell. He is a first-time entrepreneur and an edtech startup founder. Hello, Vivek. Welcome to our very first podcast.
Hi, sir.
Just to give a brief introduction, please introduce yourself to the audience of our university followers.
So, my name is Vivek. I am the founder of the Revisewell company, which I started 3.5 years back. I'm actually an aerospace engineer. I had done 1 year of it, and 1 more year is, still pending. I have done it in Italy, but due to COVID and all, I have to come back to Bellary. And I'm also an aeronautical engineer. I've done it from Bangalore, but I'm born and brought up in Bellary. I studied my PU in Nandi School, and I've studied my high school in St. John's. Been a very introvert till 12th, and faced a lot of struggles when I gone to Bangalore. I got to know that being an introvert will not work out there. So it was a 6 month problematic thing that I faced. My first semester had gone to understand the environment of Bangalore itself. There was a point that I felt like I have to just come back. So after that, I did my aeronautical engineering and all those things, and I was trying to do my master's in aerospace. I do got a opportunity to do it, but due to COVID, I had to come back. But before this could be my story, but there will be the one more person and the main reason of me starting Revisewell. So my brother, who like Karthikeyan, he is just 12th pass guy, and he was doing his diploma. By passing 12th, again he went back to doing diploma because it was not good for him. He had a failed in 12th again. So by doing that, he was very much interested in learning coding. I don't know why. It's still a dilemma for all of us, and why he wanted to learn the coding and all. He struggled a lot. He's a very good coding person. If you can ask me in Bellary, I can guarantee you that he will be the best, and he can challenge the person who wants to do it in a better way in Bangalore and all. That kind of a person, I can tell him. So when he was trying to do that, he came up with an idea with doing something. We started by doing a called Yellow Tickets. The whole idea of Yellow Tickets was, when we started our journey, just to book the premium single seat seats for the mostly youngsters. Like, we don't want to share our seat when we are in a sleeper wise and all. And usually when there are female passengers, they get very uncomfortable when they want to share a seat and all. So we used to take a premium seat in the middle, and we used to sell it to the customers.
Premium seats,
meaning in a sense, is like which comes in the middle, and it's a single seater.
Where in bus?
In a bus. It was just only to the bus, and we were only doing it for Bellary to Bangalore. And we tried to do it in a better way. But again, as the COVID had come down, the traveling was all shut down and all those things were happening. So we have to drop that idea. And then we came up with something else again that did not work out. And I still remember, my mom is a teacher, and I also worked as a teacher at that particular time in one of the school. So we thought, yes, we have to do something. There is a gap that the students listen to the teachers. Even if you give them the outside content, they are still not that capable of understanding that broader perspective concepts.
Yes.
If you ask me, my teacher is still my hero.
Yes.
So that being said, we came up with this particular idea, setting that we will make a customized contents for that particular school, so that the school student need not to depend on anyone else.
Yes.
And that actually made us to start. We started going out, and our journey started, and that is how we have reached to this point. It's a 3.5 year struggle with a lot of pain that we have gone through, but yes, we as an entrepreneur, that I feel that's one of the job, and that is the whole intro of me and my company and my brother. So without him, my story is still an incomplete. So I have to get him to the frame, no matter what, even if he's present, even if he's not. I have to get him, because if he would have not motivated, if he would have not worked hard, I don't think so I would have gone back to the regular job thing that others do. That's my story.
Yes. Great. Good to hear your intro and your starting struggles and how you really took off.
Correct.
It was very inspiring.
Thank you, sir.
Vivek.
Sir, I never thought of starting a company. To be honest, when I was doing my aeronautical, I'm a very into aeronautical things and all. But I was not great in that as well.
Yeah.
I am a half-off guy in everything.
Right.
So I never thought of doing something like this.
Right.
I had no idea that I will become an entrepreneur. I had no idea that I will be able to try to sell to the people. I was always having an idea. I have to do my masters. I have to get a job in for it. Settle down there, like regular person, how everyone has it.
Yes.
But as I told, there is a main person, the main character that I want to bring in is my brother, because when I came down, he was struggling, because as I told you, he's an introvert. He's not much into talking.
Right.
If it was like, he supported me a lot in my education. The reason that I went to foreign, I can say he's the one.
Right.
If he had told my parents, no, even I want to study or anything, I still remember he told to my mom or my dad, send him, I'm okay with this.
Right.
I'm okay by not studying or anything like that. You send him so that he gets to learn many things.
Right.
So that is a turning point. When he has supported me so much to my education, I thought that at least till the time I'm here, I'll try to support him and all. So going on with that particular journey, I came down, I started with all these things. And I realized I myself was not doing, I become an entrepreneur. So it was like I wanted to support him,
Yeah.
but because of that, I had to come up with this marketing thing for the people, where I had to go out. The whole idea that I had is like I had just an exposure. I just know that I can talk.
Yes.
I just know that I can bring out the ideas, and he can bring it to the light.
Yes.
So it's like he's good in coding and good in marketing. We'll do it together.
Right.
And accidentally, it all happened, and we went out. One of the other thing that came out.
Right.
I left out with no option than continuing this.
Yes.
He left out with no option than by continuing this, and we said like, okay, we are entrepreneurs.
That's how great startups are actually started.
That's how it is.
Yes.
That's how
Yes.
it started. Yeah.
Great. So, was there any specific moment you felt somewhere our education system is broken?
Sir, if you ask anyone as of now, everyone will tell that education system is broken. Education system is broken because we are still dependent on the marks. And when you think from the management side of a school, they feel they get tons of outside resources. They get tons of outside resources. The fees are hiked because they have to get the resources from outside.
Yes.
They don't have their own, and teachers, they just have to follow what they have.
Yes.
So usually when we used to study, we didn't have this outside resources.
Yes.
It was just like have the government textbooks,
Yes.
put it down, our teachers will explain, and we will follow the same, and we will write the exam.
Yes.
But nowadays, if you see, most of them are dependent on outside resources.
Yes.
Sir, if you see, these outside resources are mainly from Bangalore, from Tier 1 cities and all. Now, imagine the content that is coming from Tier 1 cities. How will they know what's happening in Tier 3 cities? They might say, we have done the research, we have gone to the schools, we know what is happening. No, it's not.
Yes.
Our students are still struggling. I still know that we say it's an English medium school. I can guarantee you that most of the English medium schools are like, they themselves, I mean, I have seen students struggling to speak even a single line in English. That's been broken because we are all dependent on outside. We are not explaining to the students the way that they want to hear. We are explaining them the way that it's given in the outside resources.
Great.
And it's never going to be same for each area. And that is why I felt that that is where we are going wrong. And when we still dependent on marks, if we are still dependent on the person who is studying is good and the person who is studying is bad, is not studying is bad. I don't think that is the right idea.
Right.
And that's the point where I really feel it's been broken and it has to be corrected, because for me, my teacher was my hero.
Yes.
Now, if you ask the students, I'll tell you one experience that I've gone through in one of the school, in one of the village side and all. students were following YouTube content, and they were very open to tell the teacher more than my teacher. This video content guy is explaining me a lot, and it's been helpful, being helpful to me a lot. What is the point? Then why do we have to send the children to the school and pay so much of money?
Right.
That has to be corrected, and that has to be dealt with one or the other solution.
Right.
So that's the problem.
Right. Schools, most startups would focus on to big markets like finance or e-commerce. Why do you think? Why do you want to enter into schools?
Okay, so to answer that question is very simple. There are many companies in finance and all. That doesn't mean that I must not go there. The second idea is, like I told you, I worked as a teacher in one of the school. I saw the gap. I saw the difference, that me coming out and teaching it to my students the way that they want to listen. And I have seen the difference where the students are dependent on someone else in the outside side. I felt that there is a gap, and I felt like this is the right platform. And if you see 5 years or 6 years down the lane, the education will be a hybrid platform. I will never believe anyone comes and tells me that education will remain same, there will be no online and all. No,
Yes.
No online. It's a myth. If you see 5 years down the lane, if we are thinking, if we are looking at the future, even if you are teachers, the present teachers telling that we should not use technology is bad and all those things, I can guarantee you that
Yes.
5 years down the lane,
Yes.
I can tell you it will be a hybrid system. It will be an offline and online system only.
Yes.
It will never be of completely offline. It will never be of completely online.
Right.
Online, I doesn't mean that only live classes and all. Online, I meant to say it can be recorded classes. It can be customized learning for the students and all, individualized learning for the students, and that is what I meant to say online. Anything that has an internet connected to it, and the students are able to watch the videos at their particular free time and all, that thing will happen. Even if we deny now, even if we say it's not going to happen, I have seen the changes in metropolitan cities, and it will come down to the cities like Bellary or Tier 3 cities.
Right.
And that we felt it. Yes, at this time we might be struggling. The whole idea is like, if we stay long, the next 5 years, after 5 years and all, that could be our game. I am telling 5 years is still far-fetched thing, but I see that within 3 years or like 2 years, we will have this online and offline system in the schools, and that is where I want to be present. And I am pretty much sure we'll be able to have it, and that could give me a very best idea and the best way to go into the education system. And the personal objective is like, I'm a son of a teacher.
Right.
My mom is a teacher.
Right.
So, and my dad, I am might be a first time entrepreneur. My dad is just a small time
So
vendor.
that connection is always
Yeah.
there. That
Yes.
you want to do something in the area of
Yes,
schools.
yes. I've seen my
Nice.
mom struggle. I've seen everything. And my dad, when it comes to my dad used to supply uniforms to the
Yes.
school. So I have seen that from my childhood. The schooling been the part. I was a student who don't wanted to go to school at that particular time. Now I have to mandatorily go to the school, visit them, talk to them, and that's
Not
what my
just-
mom always tell me. See, in your childhood you were, I was very rigid to go into the school.
Right.
I used to say, no, mom, I don't want to. I used to give reasons. I used to tell I have fever and all. Usually every kid
Yes.
do that,
Yes.
but I was a little more on that side.
Yes.
But now I am forced to do it. So I am
You are
forcefully
visiting
going to
every
the
other school, not just your
exactly.
school. Every other school.
I
in
am
town.
going left, right, and center to my schools and all.
Right.
So yeah, so that's the gap. That's the idea that made me go into the
Schools.
education sector,
Right.
and I feel we have a very good
Great.
change in the coming years.
Great.
Yeah.
Yes. So Vivek, did people around you support this idea initially, or did they suggest you're taking a very risky decision? What was their initial
I mean, sir, I'll tell you. So the only people supported me are my parents, because, and my brother and all. He's involved, so I
Yes.
cannot take his name. No one actually supported me doing it. As I told, I'm an aeronautical engineer and all. So everyone had this big question. I think wherever I go and tell to the people that I am from aeronautical engineering, every person used to tell me, why do you want to do this? You could have, you are in a you have
Very
done
good
some-
career
yeah,
elsewhere. Yes.
you can just go to Bangalore, you can just do something in a better way and all. I didn't get that support initially. Now people might come and tell me, Vivek, you're doing a good job, and we are seeing some changes with the
Yes.
products and everything. But initially, we didn't get that support. And yes, it's even today there are people who say that this will not work out to me. Even today, people might tell me that this company will run out of money, and it might get shut down. I mean, that's a part of our entrepreneurial journey, is what I always tell, because there is no such thing called people supporting you for your ideas and all. They might tell me that it's very far-fetched idea, and people might leave it. But when it comes to education, what you call the startups and all, we have to be there for a longer term, because people don't want to take a risk with their child when it comes to education. And I didn't get that initial support in the beginning, and yeah, that was the whole idea. I mean, I didn't give up even when the people came and told me that it will not work out, you have to shut it down.
Right.
So that never happened, and that will not happen.
Great. Keep. I wish you keep continuing going forward too.
Surely, sir.
Yes. So, Vivek, what do you think that schools and management struggle internally that parents may not never realize?
Sir, with this experience, I can tell you, schools always have a problem with the financial thing.
Right.
Now, parents will always think that schools are charging them the more.
Yes.
That's majority is wrong.
Yes.
I've seen that. I don't see that schools are overcharging more for a reason, just to get the profits out of it and all. No, that's not happening, because they do have their bills to be paid,
Yes,
and
yes.
they do have the staff to be paid and all.
Right.
So parents always have a misconception, that thinking ki, they are asking us to pay more,
Yes.
and we might not get the services that we want. I can guarantee you that I have been to more than 200 to 300 schools. Every management and everyone whom I met, they always say we want to give the best.
Yes.
Now there is a gap. Parents think that they are doing more. I mean, they are asking for more. Now schools are like, if parents don't pay, we
We don't
cannot
get,
give the service to the
Yes. Better.
kids
Better
or the
services.
parents.
Yes.
So this is the gap that is happening.
Right.
The both side, there is a lot of misconception.
Right.
But putting it outside, I've seen very few schools will be able to really connect with the parents.
Right.
And school parents will always feel that they are being dragged into something which they don't know.
Yes.
And they also have one idea, that they have taken this service, they have taken one or the other service just to ask the high money.
Right.
No, that's
Right.
not true again.
Yes.
I can guarantee you that the schools are not doing
It's
in that
all
way.
always,
Exactly.
It's always to the benefit of students. Yes.
Management, I can tell you that management can only grow when the kid is getting
Right.
benefited.
Right.
And for that, they always need some financial support.
Right.
Now management cannot keep on getting the money from outside and pour it here, and
Yes.
then think that parents will pay one or the other day. It's not going to happen, because they do have the constraints. At the same time, management, what they want to have an idea, they want to reach it out, but the fees will not be paid for them on time.
Right.
And because of that, the management have to cut down the money for the service providers, and have to delay their payments and all those things.
Right.
And because of that, they will not be providing the service to the management, and parents think that they are not doing the right work.
Right.
Now the whole thing is like, there would be a parent who would be paid correctly, but one parent paying correctly cannot get the services done correctly to all the kids.
Right.
Because it has to come down majority of the parents. Once the majority of the parent pays,
Right.
then the management will have some financial support, and then they will try to give it to the service providers.
Yes.
And these service providers mandatorily have to provide a good service to the schools, which are actually paying them good.
Yes.
So this is a misconception that the parents have, but I can guarantee you that majority of the management always think to do a better to the kids.
Yes.
Because if they want to grow into this business, they have to do the best.
Yes.
And that's where there's a lot of gap, and that's where I always tell management to please have a word with the parent and tell them what exactly you're spending in.
Right.
Because if they don't know that, I don't think
Yes,
so.
yes.
Parents still feel that even after management taking some orientations and all, they always feel that no, I don't think so that is happening, I don't think so that is
Yes.
going to happen and all. But that's not the point that the management always thinks. So this is the gap that I have seen in the schools.
Nice. Nice. So, Vivek, why do you think schools still struggle with digital learning even after pandemic pushed most of the education online?
Sir, it's a mindset of the teacher.
Right.
Now, I don't think so. Schools are struggling. I always feel that it's a mindset of a teacher.
Right.
Now, let's say if a teacher comes to a class and tells that, see guys, this is the homework that you have, you can go check it in the online. Children will do it. I mean, they'll use the technology. They will make sure that that has been happened. But teachers feel that no. I mean, they themselves are in little gray area, thinking that we don't know how to use this technology, and they also feel that the back method what has been following is a well-versed method and worked out method, and that is enough. And the second point that most of the management and the teachers always tell is like the students will get distracted with other things and all. Now I can say that the biggest irony I always see in the schools is like they make a reel of student losing their eyesight and everything, but they are using mobile to put it out in the market.
Yeah.
So how can that be justified?
Yes.
You are using the same technology and telling the student you must
Not
not
to use
use
the
this
technology.
technology. How can that justify it?
Yes.
So that is why I tell that it's a mindset.
Right.
That is why they are struggling. Once they fix it, I have to use this technology and I have to make sure that the parents, students, everyone use it. I can guarantee you that they will find many ways to rectify the problems, and in a year or two, that school will become fully digitized. But that particular 1 or 2 years is very struggling period for all the schools. If they can come out with that, and if they can solve with the proper guidance to the parents and the proper guidance to the students, I think that wouldn't be an issue.
Right.
But I have to tell one point is they have to think about this people, because they have to go through the digital side as of now. If they don't, if they are not doing it, some other person will do it.
Definitely.
And then it will become, you will lose the people
Yes.
of your own. So this is what is happening, and I don't, that's my whole answer for that particular question is like it's just a mindset.
Yes.
That is why they are struggling. If the mindset is clear, I think they will not have any issues.
Right. Right. Vivek, you also create customized content for schools. Why do you think textbook alone is not enough?
I can tell that the students are not able to picturize when they read some sentences.
Right.
And the second point is like well, let's say if I only give them the textbook, they are just going to had that particular line. Now when they make a content, when I give them in a content based to the particular kid, he can go through whenever, he or she can go through whenever they want.
Right.
Now we do follow that when it comes to revival, we follow the same content what is there in the textbook. We don't want to give the content outside from the textbook, because I believe textbook itself is enough for the students.
Right.
The whole idea is like we just enhance it.
Yes.
We are not telling the textbooks
Not replace the textbooks.
textbooks
Yes.
or with some other things. We are
Right.
just enhancing
Enhancing.
the content of the textbook to the next level
Next.
by getting the videos done by their own friends.
Right.
When they see their own friends explaining them in the way that they want, obviously they will understand the concept in a better way. I can give you a best example. There is a reel. A teacher will ask a student, spell it out cake. That kid will not tell.
Right.
And the teacher will start singing this song of Mahesh Babu's new Pralayam, Pralayam, that thing. He recites the entire lines. Why? Because he is able to see that song or listen to that particular song again and again and again and again. My whole idea is that the kid understands the concept when they are going through again and again. When the kid is able to understand this high versed song, but not able to spell it out cake.
Right.
So that's where we have to think about it. That's where we have to enhance our enhance our content to the students. I can tell them, if the student is going through again and again, forget about the non-understanding, the understanding part, they will even understand the way that they want, and they will explain it to the others.
Right.
So that's how we want to do it.
Great. So we when you first started this startup, what you thought the reality would be, and how different is it
At this point,
now compared to what you want to actually achieve?
I still remember seeing some reels in Instagram and feeling that this is how it would be for
Right.
entrepreneurs
Yes,
and
yes.
the people who started. But reality is so harsh
Yes.
The people are so harsh and all. I still remember going to the schools, waiting it down.
Right.
I have seen days where I had no money.
Mm.
I have seen. I'm still a broken guy.
Right, right, right.
So, but why do I still do it? The reality is very different than what I have
Yes,
thought. I have thought in a very different way.
Right.
I thought, yeah, struggles should be there, but I thought it would be of only 1 year or 2 year.
Right.
But the struggles is never ending.
Yes.
That's the whole.
So the struggles are 10x.
10,
What you expected?
10x, I can say it's 20x.
20.
So I still say
than you
20x is very
expected.
less.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's a part. The expectation was there. I was prepared for certain struggles,
Right.
but there are
The
so
world,
many struggles that come
throws you
out.
different struggles.
Exactly, without we knowing it.
Right.
Without our acknowledged ideas and all.
Right.
So it's very difficult
Yes.
for any startups. I feel that the worst, the most strugglest thing that you can do is to open a company.
Right.
People might say I have a very bad thing with my company. Working is very difficult. Working late night is very difficult.
Right.
We work late night. We work Sundays. We work Mondays. We work in the evenings. We
Yes.
work every time we
Yes,
get
yes.
call. We work.
Yes.
So being that, I thought like having after 1 year I'll be sitting in my chamber, sitting down, working out. But even now I'm going to the schools with the
Right,
hot,
right.
even if it is sun, even if it is
Raining,
sunny,
yes,
raining,
yes, yes,
wind, whatever it is, they are still going there.
Right.
So that's the part I felt that reality has stuck
Right.
its bow to me.
Right. Great. Great. So, Vivek, how hard was it to convince your first school?
Sir, first school is still the one that I always remember.
Yes.
I can tell that we have gone to 72 schools
Right.
in 1.5 month.
Right.
All 72 rejected.
Right.
That one school who accepted it because their hands were tied of COVID
Right.
and they wanted to have their classes somehow reach to the students.
Right.
And they didn't pay me. I have to give my services for free.
Right.
And that school was somewhere around 17 kilometers from here.
Right.
So I have to travel 17 kilometers in my bike.
Right.
And it was so difficult to, even after giving the service, to make them feel that it's going to work out for them.
Right.
I had to drop that school again after 1 year because they felt it's not going to work out. And I came back, I started focusing on the schools again. And one school agreed. So making in that era of 72 school, me reaching it out, there was a phase where I cried. There was a phase I thought I'm doing nothing.
Right.
There was a phase I was going behind the people, believing everyone that they'll support me.
Right.
I still remember there is a day where I went to a school, they openly told me that this will never work out, this is
Yes.
what you are doing is waste of time and money.
Right.
Now me coming back from a country
Right.
apart from our India, and
Yes.
it's like in the society what happened is, if you're coming back like that, you will already get a label that you have failed there, that is why
Yes.
you come
Yes.
here.
Yes.
And because of that, I have heard so many things. I've gone through a lot of pain at that phase.
Right.
72 schools is still, I remember those 72 schools because I know the pain that I've gone through.
Yes.
And to make that one school accept our idea, the first school,
Your biggest.
yeah, it was the
validation for your
biggest win for me
Yes.
till date. No matter whom I crack
Right.
in the future or now, that first school is still the
Always
most
remembered.
happiest moment that I've got. My idea got, came to life
Right. Right.
because they agreed. And that was the first school who actually paid us.
Yes.
It was not like it was free or not.
Yes,
They
yes,
actually
yes,
paid us. So
yes.
that's the struggle, and that's the hardship of
Right.
me cracking that first school,
Yes.
our Revisewell.
Great. Great. So do schools immediately understood what is LMS and what you're trying to do, or you have to educate them
So,
initially?
initial days, even till today, school don't understand the concept of self-reliant teaching.
Yes. Right.
It's been very difficult for them because what happened to them is, all these years they have dependent with this outside resources things and all. Now it's very problematic for them to even believe that their own students will be able to make a content.
Right.
But now if you can see the biggest change over what I've seen, you can see in the recent parliament session, the budget session and all, I mean, the central government itself is telling that you have to have a content lab in your school. Because why are they doing that? Because there is a shift. Because students and everything is coming into a content format. So that is exactly what is happening, and I feel that after that particular session, it would be easier for me to explain about my product or tell them to have their own content rather than depending on someone else. So it was very hard. I still believe even till date, I have to make them sit. I have to make them give that visualization of what exactly that we can do with the kids and all. It's still very hard for me to give that idea, but hope so in the future it will change. It's not been easy. I still feel it's going to be very problematic for us, but hope so, because of all the content change thing that is happening. I think there will be a little change, and it will become easier to the people like me who can go and talk to the management and tell that having this is very good, because having your own content is a very good thing that could happen for any educational institute. Because once they have it, it can be used in multiple ways. But if it is an outside resource or outside things, they have little conditions telling that you cannot use like this, you cannot use like this, you have not been using it properly and all. So I hope so it will change in the future.
Great. Thank you, Vivek. Thank you very much for sharing your valuable insights and sharing your ideas about entrepreneurship and struggles that you are facing, that you faced during starting your startup in cities like these tier 3 cities. Thank you very much. That will be a great insights for students and aspiring entrepreneurs who are willing to start startups.
I am very happy to come down today. I don't know whether the information what I've given will be apt for the people who is going to listen, but I am pretty much sure this could be a very good start.
Yes.
And in a longer run, there will be more valuable people who will be coming down and listening to the podcast of Know My City, which I genuinely feel is a very good initiative that is happening in and around Ballari. And I do have a pleasure, as I've told, that me being the first guest, and hope so it will click, and hope so it will go in a bigger way, and we can have the same session again with most valuable people.
Yes.
And I hope so I'll be able to come and reach it out. And it's always a good thing that we try to share the information to the people who wants to start. Being a part of this is actually a privilege to me. I am very happy that I've done today.
Yes.
I've done this today. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Vivek.
Thank you.
Thank you for your valuable time and your valuable insights too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.